Okay, so I grew up in a small town called St. Clair, Michigan. I eventually moved to Kalamazoo, Michigan to get an education.
Growing up in Flint, Michigan, I'd say I lived a pretty standard life.
And although that was supposed to be an exciting experience for me, I ended up hitting rock bottom.
I was fortunate enough to have both parents in my household. I would say I was pretty sheltered growing up. I didn't have the struggle of being on the streets. My family really kept me away from that.
And a lot of my past mistakes haunted me. And I found myself experiencing a lot of signs of depression. I really didn't know who to reach out to, so I would talk to my friends and family about it, and it would just be pushed off to the side.
Growing up, I did kind of feel like the oddball, hence the name of our organization. And a lot of that just came from feeling like the loner, the one who never really fit into any group of friends that I had or any organizations or things that I was in. I would say that the feeling that I had was more of than just being a loner. I knew it was something that I had been battling with for some time. I just didn't have a name to put with the face.
So I will never forget one time someone very important in my life at the time sat me down and they asked me this one question that it still plays in my head, and they said, "Why are you struggling? You have everything you could possibly want."
Back in 2014, while I was at Central Michigan University, is when I was first diagnosed with extreme manic depression and anxiety. The stigma that is attached to mental illness is very, very much so alive and well.
I realized it was a lot deeper than that, and that's what I feel like people didn't understand. I'm not here to say what you're experiencing is an easy fix, because it's not.
And I was very intimidated by it. So by the grace of God, I was able to get help with my therapist, who has been the biggest help through this whole process.
I do know that I wouldn't change any of those, because that's why I am here today. And I can proudly say I still struggle with a lot of those, but I have done my research and I know coping mechanisms that have really helped me.
So I'm not here to brag or boast about how awesome my life is right now and how I overcame depression and anxiety, because I still very much to this day struggle and battle with it. However, I am here to encourage anyone who has this struggle and who battles with it to get help, to seek help. If you want to speak out about it, speak out.
Through our organization, I have had overwhelming support. I've had my friend Erin, who I do this with. I needed that, and that is why we're doing this today, because I want somebody to watch this who may be facing a similar situation. You don't have to have a tragic story to suffer from something like that. So I hope that my story at least helped one person. That would honestly be enough for me.
Our goal with oDd is to continue to fight and break the stigma that is attached to the mental health community. As I said before, I am a walking testimony of it, and yet my job is still not finished.
I can truly say I'm a walking testimony, and my job is still not done. The next video, we plan to dive in deeper with you guys and give you guys some coping strategies that have helped us and other ones that might be able to help you guys. So stay tuned.